got Resident Evil 4 for the PS2, okay? Now, here we go. We have all the remakes, remasters, re-releases, and reboots, okay? Now we have this one and the remake, remaster, okay? Let's do this. Video games are such a cherished medium. People create such memorable masterpieces. But technology is continuously advancing, which means we have to move on from these games, unless the developer remasters them. Sometimes they take a great game and remaster it in the worst way possible. However, other times, they remaster a game in the best way, while adding a few new features. So that's our topic for today. We're going to look at some good examples and some bad examples. Yeah, this game is terrible. It's just full of technical problems. The camera angles are dog shit, you end up running into zombies that you couldn't see in the other screen. Not only that, these controls are so ass backwards you'd think they made it for a dyslexic person. And the saddest part is, this isn't even the only game with this problem, even Grand Theft Auto had these crap controls. Now, there are two ways to play this game. The worst way to play Resident Evil, and the best way to make a remake. Not only is this game the right way to make a remake, but it's also the right way to play Resident Evil. Believe me, Resident Evil is a good game, but there's just a lot that needed to be fixed. Now look at the remake.
Easy!
Thank you, Capcom, for showing people how remakes are done. Take those slow and stupid moments and crank them up to 100.
Oh my god!
Holy shit.
Okay, fuck!
This doesn't really matter that much, but in the original, Marvin was voiced by a white guy.
Who are you? Oh, you must be the new guy. Leon. Sorry, but it looks like your party has been canceled.
Now, it's not a problem for me.
This is digital blackface.
He just sounds terrible. The remake's way better.
You're safe. For now.
Thanks.
Marvin Branagh.
Leon Kennedy.
You know, a question I ask myself is, what game would I like to see be remade? And honestly, there isn't that many. Mainly because I don't have a lot of retro games. I mean, most don't have to be fixed. If they were, it'd feel cheap. Take a look at GoldenEye. It's a great game and didn't need to be remade into this. I mean, some remakes are just cheap cash grabs. Look at Resident Evil 3. These sick fucks ripped off Resident Evil 2 and charged the same price. Now, remastering a game is a completely different story. Unlike remakes where you take a game and completely change it from the ground up while keeping the same characters and locations, remastering is when you take an older title and update the graphics to a more modern standard. And then there's these monstrosities. Instead of upgrading anything, all they did was just take the video and stretch it out into HD. This is just cheap. Hell, you pop in Resident Evil on the PS2 and then you switch it to the Wii, it looks exactly the same. Which one is the PS2 version and which one is the Wii version? They're both the PS2 version. The best remaster out of them all is The Walking Dead Definitive Edition. Just like the name states, this is the definitive way to play the Walking Dead series. They've updated the graphics, they allow you to change the art style, and they have some bonus features thrown in there. The thing is with these cheap remasters is that they're not really considered remasters at all. They're actually considered as re-releases, older games shipped out on the newer hardware. One of the biggest re-releases that at least I know is Grand Theft Auto 5, making it through... Jesus Christ, 3 generations. Are you serious? Other forms of re-releases are called ports, where they take the real game and they move it on to lesser hardware. The last one is reboots. That's where you take the general concept of the game and restart the whole storyline from the ground up. Best examples are Call of Duty, Doom, and Wolfenstein. So those are all my remakes, remasters, re-releases, and reboots. The 4 Res. So what was the point of this whole video? Well, I just wanted to bring the subject to light because I'm fearing for a dark turn in gaming. Now, what do I mean by a dark turn? Well, we're at a point where the market is being oversaturated with obscure video games. And the only way that we can make something halfway decent today is by going into the past. And if that's the case, then there's going to be no past to go to. And with no new ideas, cheap monetization strategies, growing more expensive hardware, and a crashing economy, we might just end up repeating history. Repeating another crash of 1983. But then again, I could be wrong, and all this shit's gonna blow over, so goodbye and good night.